Good morning to everyone. Today I will teach you about Financial One, and this is very interesting subject in the Microsoft Dynamics CX4 system. Okay, so welcome to everyone. Go next. I'm Ultrona Vida from Curious, from UK. My experience with product is 6 years. Specialization of financial management, trade and logistics, project, human resource management, and you see my email. You see a circle, you see a town window, so I am now in this town, in UK. Things you need to know. Our morning session begins at 8 o'clock, and we will finish at 10 o'clock. You can see dates. Things you need to know. You need to do exercise. You need to do this exercise by yourself. I expected every Friday until 12 o'clock to receive from you questions, and you see my email. First description. You see that this course is for experienced Microsoft Dynamics CX consultants who need to pass Microsoft Dynamics CX4 certification. Goal for training, to become certified in Microsoft Dynamics CX4 Finance. Process, remote training, chat room, self-studies, and etc. tests. Finance timeline. You see that we are going to have remote trainings on 15 May, 22 May, 30, and 3 times on month of June. Okay, so agenda, day 1. On this day, we are going to cover this chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11. You see that we are going to work difficult. Okay, here is a picture how Microsoft Dynamics CX works. You see that all company info is used in the text, in the address, bank information, term of payment, and etc. All information in Dynamics CX is related between company, between vendors, between customers, inventory. Okay, so chapter 1, General Ledger Setup. You see now all our objectives. Set up a company currency, set up currencies and exchange rates, enable currency for currency conversation, create periods in a new fiscal year, create date intervals, create a dimension value, create a dimension filter. This is general ledger parameters. So you see that all parameters are used not only in general ledger, but in the account receivable, account payable modules as well, in inventory management. Okay, currency. Use currencies in Microsoft Dynamics CX4 to record transactions. If a company operates with multiple currencies by trading with foreign entities, Microsoft Dynamics CX4 offers extensive functionality on multi-currency. Whether a company uses multi-currency or not, or default currency, must always be set up for a company. Okay, go back. We need to use exchange rate form to set up the default company currency, secondary currency, and its corresponding exchange rate. So now I will show this form. I'm going to my Microsoft Dynamics here. In the general ledger, under setup, we see exchange rate form. In this form, we need to set up all our currencies, and main currency and second currency, and all currency which will be used in vendors and customer transactions. So, what we need to do for currency creation, we just need to enter a new record in field currency code. This code must be unique. For example, don't see this currency, so I can create it. In the tab General, you see the same information from tab Overview, Currency Converter. If we use this option, Conversion, we can convert our currency in all records and inquiries. In the tab also, we need to set up ledger account for release loss, profit, unreleased loss, and profit. In the tab Round Off, we need to set up round off for general, for sales orders and purchase orders. On the exchange rate tab, we need to set up exchange rate. Past start date is always empty. And you need to set up exchange rate between new overseas currency and main company currency. In this database, my main currency is USD. So I need to set up exchange rate between USD and Lithuanian litas. Okay, now I am going back to my presentation. Period and fiscal year setup. The fiscal year Microsoft Dynamics CX form can be set to any length divided into any number of periods. Usually, financial periods match to accounting periods in real life. Both fiscal year and periods can be set up according to years, months, or days. Each period can be closed completely for more transactions or enable selected users to continue and update to one of several modules. This feature is very useful in the process of preparation and reconciliation of periodic and yearly accounts. With the period form, it is possible to create a new fiscal year, define fiscal period, modify fiscal periods in existing company accounts, recalculate period balances if the period of the fiscal year the transactions are changed. Notice that you cannot create any transaction, any sales or purchase transaction, or just simple transaction in general ledger without period. If your period is closed, or probably you don't have the period, you cannot create any transaction. You can create but cannot pause. Okay, now go to our Microsoft Dynamics here. In the general ledger, under folder setup, under period, we have our period. We have exercise 1-2, create periods in a new fiscal year. So I will show briefly this exercise as well. I already have my fiscal year with period. I need to use the button create new fiscal year. Click this button. So you need simple only enter start of fiscal year, close fiscal year, desired length of period. So my period 1 month, unit month. It means that start, finish, and I'm going to divide this fiscal year by 1 month. Or I can divide to days and years. Okay. I created fiscal year. And you see that system for me creates first periods open and close. So my information when I am going to create my year with end year closing function, the system always moves all my financial information from, for example, from 2007 to 2008 year to the period opening, and I will see my all balances in the period opening. Okay, the system for me created all periods with status open. If I have period with status open, I can pause my transaction with period. If I don't need this period, or I want to avoid my period from incorrect transaction, I can stop. If you are sure that you want to close your period, you can close. But only remember that you cannot remove status close. This is for one time. So if you want to stop flexible, you select only stop. In the tab module state, you can set up that for this particular period, for example, for letter module, user group, I have only one group. User group can pause transactions, but other users cannot. So if you have some extra transactions in the stop period, you can allow for user group to do that. Okay, we have these intervals. You can create and manage these intervals. Intervals that can be used in financial statements and reports. These intervals make it easier to set up predefined periods when running financial statements and reports. So you can only just create new records, create intervals, unique rows. For example, current month. Tab general. You need to set up the unit, month, from date to date, month. This is start. This is end. And if this field is empty, system understands that you want to start from system month. Your system date is 2007, May, 15th of May 2007. System understands that this date interval will start in the end of May. Month. Okay, starting point, first day of May, and today, starting point, 31 of May. So this date interval. Okay, I'm going back to my presentation. Dimension. In the Microsoft Dynamics 6, you can use dimensions. When using dimensions, they enable detailed insight into a chart of accounts. They help the accounting process by enabling detailed analysis without creating a very detailed chart of accounts. They are similar to separate accounts for department, cost center, purpose, and so on. So we have three default dimension settings: department, cost center, and purpose. And you can add dimensions to base data, such as ledger account, customer, vendor, or separately to transactions. Now that in the picture, you see the example in which way you can use dimensions, for example, for salary account. And you see that you can divide the salary accounts by employees, by department, or by customers. And dimension values you can create in the dimension form. You see my Microsoft Dynamics here. In the general ledger, we have dimension form. You see the sales dimension. If you select department, you can see all departments which are created in this company. If you select cost center, you can see cost center. If you select purpose, you can see purpose. Okay, go back to the department. If you want to create new dimension, you can use your keyboard, Ctrl+N, or just arrow down, number, unique code, for example this one, description, name of dimension, employee. You can assign the employee which is responsible for this dimension. Group dimension. You can assign group dimension, and in the consolidation function, by this group dimension, system will find company dimension. Balance. You can see balance if you have. In this form, you can very simple review all transactions which are related with particular dimension. For example, I select department 10 under button transaction. I see all transactions with dimension. I can see balance by currency or balance by dimension. This is dimension focus. Okay. Now I see my department with code 10, split by focus, account, call center. I can see period balances, ledger budget, dimension statement, system for me filtered department 10, because I selected department 10, and I can review my information in the transaction related to this department, budget or cash flow. I can use my main focus, secondary focus. Okay, so all information regarding with dimensions you can find in the general ledger dimensions form. Now dimensions focus. When using dimension focus, they make it easier to create financial reports based on dimensions and ledger accounts transactions. Also, you can define in which order dimensions and ledger accounts should be printed. A dimension focus combines dimensions and ledger accounts. For example, one focus can consist of ledger accounts, department, and corporate, and another focus can consist of department and ledger accounts. For example, you can use the dimension focuses to view balance statements based on multiple dimensions and ledger accounts. Dimension focus you can create in the general ledger module under setup, under financial statement, dimension focuses. We have the exercise with dimension focus. And exercise 1.5, in which we need to create dimension focus, new focus. So I already have this focus. Enter a new record, and under tab dimension, you need to assign available dimensions. Our available dimensions are ledger accounts, cost center, department, and purpose. So according to this example, ledger accounts will be in the first level, and cost accounts will be in the second level. It means ledger accounts will be split by cost center. So we already have dimension focus. Okay, I go back to my presentation file. Our next chapter is chart of account setup. Objectives are create a new account in the chart of accounts, set up account allocation terms, set up system accounts, view inquiries and records related to the chart of accounts. Chart of accounts, as you know, this is strong core in Dynamics AX. First of all, if you want to work with Dynamics AX version 4, you need to set up your chart of accounts, because you cannot post any transaction, sales or purchase or just transaction in the ledger account without chart of accounts. Use your chart of accounts to create, manage, and view the company's general ledger accounts in a structured list. The chart of account is the central collection location for daily financial transactions, and this is, as I said, is the cornerstone of the general ledger module. It provides information about the company's financial state. Use the chart of account to create accounts, set standard parameters, access transactions, view a company financial state. With the chart of account, it is possible to perform ledger budgeting, validation, and defining the terms of allocation. Okay, so now I go to my Microsoft Dynamics. Yes. In the general ledger, we have a form chart of accounts. So first of all, before creating, we need to think about our structure. What structure we are going to create. We need to ask the following question: what degree of specification is needed? How should the chart of account be structured? How external accounts offer us any suggestions about the structure of the chart of account? So you need to make sure there is sufficient space so that in the future additional ledger accounts can be created between the existing accounts. To create chart of account is very seriously and difficult job. Okay, now I am going to show how to create a simple ledger account. And we have the exercise 2.1. So I'm going to show this exercise. We need to create a ledger account 1, 3, 1, 2, 5, 0. So I try to filter and to find this ledger account. I already have. So you just need to press Ctrl N or to use your arrow or to filter for you. Okay. I will find and remember. In the ledger account field, you need to fill unique code, and this unique code will be used for information tracking in systems. Account name, real account name. This name will be printed in your record. Or search name. Search name, you can use search name when are you going to use this particular ledger account, and search name is useful for vendor, for customers, for item as well. In the line in which you are going to use, for example, ledger account or item or vendor, you can select, you can fill just search name and system finds for you all related records. Account type. We have lots of account types, right? So you need just remember that profit and loss, revenue and cost are used in the automatically function year-end closing. System is searching for information in ledger account. which has types profit and loss, revenue, or cost. And the system removes all amounts to system account for year and close. So if you in real life use a particular ledger account for revenue, cost, or profit and loss, you need to select type profit and loss, revenue, cost. There is no difference between profit and loss or revenue or cost. It depends how you want to filter or to see your chart of account. If it's easier for you for profit and loss account to see type profit and loss, just select profit and loss. It's easier and you want to split your profit and loss ledger account in more detail, just revenue and cost. Select revenue and cost. Okay, we have our next types: balance, asset, and liability. Balance, asset, and liability in this ledger account, we can post all transactions which are related to balance, asset, or liability. These types match to balance sheet, and if you're going to use your ledger account for asset or for liability, select asset or liability. If it's easier for you in your report or in the filtering action to use only balance, and you know that under this type you use your asset and liability transactions, just select balance. Only remember that type, balance, asset, and liability don't take part in the automatically end-year closing function. Okay, and header, empty header, page header. These three types are using forms for printing purpose only. Total, group total. Total, in the total you can define totals of required ledger accounts, and you can see this total right directly in the chart of account form. If I select total and the button setup, under total, you can define from which account to which account you want to see total. And this total will be used in your row definition in your financial statement report. We have fields inward sign. If I select this field, system for me will show amounts with opposite signs. So it means if we select a total and system part calculated debit amount, the system understands that debit amounts are positive amounts. If I select inward sign, system for me shows this amount with minus sign. Okay, I'm going to leave my balance. I'm going to show for you how account type group total works. So see, look, I selected in the ledger account code 13. Second. System for me created total for all let accounts which start from 13 and finish to 139999. So system created for me total for group 1, 3 patterns. Okay, I'm going to delete. In the chart of accounts, you can review all transactions, balances, account statements, and notice that you can review only this information on the type, balance, asset, liability, revenue, cost, or profit or loss. And you can post your transaction only to 6 sites: profit and loss, revenue, cost, balance, asset, and liability. Okay, I select it. Okay, now I want to review my balance in the tab Overview. Click button Balance. Yes. I selected day. It means that I'm going to review my balance for this day. System for me shows balance. I can review all transactions. In the transaction form, you see voucher, date, financial date, period code normal, original currency, amount currency, amount with original currency, amount with amount in main company currency, and amount in secondary currency. In this company, I have no currency for secondary currency. That's why system shows for me balance. I can review only open transactions. So I can select option show open only. Okay. If I go deeper and I use button voucher, I can see my debit and credit amounts, my corresponding. If I go origin, if I use button origin, I can see all related modules which took action in this particular transaction, which are related. Audit trail. I can see information from my legal database. Status ID, type, transaction text, created by, user code, date, time, posted sales tax, original document, so you can audit your information and go deeper and deeper and see related information with transactions. Yes, and you can see this information in the directly in the form chart of accounts, and you can do the same action to see related information in the vendors form, in the customer form, in the item form as well. Okay. You can review balance in the main currency. by currency, by dimension, transaction balance, period balances. You can use button setup if you want to set allocation terms or cash flow forecast information. Inquiries, account statement. This is the same as dimension statement. You can review all information related to this particular ledger account. And you can select ledger transaction, budget, or cash flow transactions. You can use main purpose, secondary purpose. You can select specification, posting, day, week. Okay, now I'm going to go briefly through steps. In the general tab, you can select some options such as debit credit proposal, requirements, balance control. You can select option if this ledger account is going to use in the exchange adjustment function in the closing sheet. In the consolidation function, we need to map ledger accounts between different components. So in this field, you will map your chart of accounts. On the setup tab, you can select your validation rules, validation for currency, user ID, or posting type, financial statement. You can select some financial statement printing options, and this option will override options which are selected in financial statement column. Dimensions. You can select validation rules for dimensions. You see, we have some rules optional to be filled stable. So you can select how system will control this particular ledger account for department, cost center, or corporate dimensions. Okay, account allocation terms. I will select account and the button setup. You can see allocation terms. Allocate a transaction redistribute account balances from one account to one or more destination accounts. The allocation feature is valuable when central administrative expenses must be distributed to, for example, individual cost centers. And you can use the allocation for release transaction, budget transactions. During allocation to the given account, the net amount is calculated. After allocation, any reminder related to the general line is posted to the original account with the original dimensions. So you need only simple select ledger account. In the to account field, if you are going to allocate this ledger account to another ledger account, you need to select another ledger account in this field. If you're going to allocate this ledger account inside only between department cost center, in this field you need to select department, or cost center, or purpose. If you're going and in this field allocation percentage, you need to select percentage value. If you're going to select to allocate in this ledger account transactions from special department to another specific department, you need to select department another department. So this is allocation again. Okay, now I go back to my presentation file. Okay, you see charts of accounts. Journal setup. So chapter 3, journal setup. Objectives are setup journal name, setup journal control, journal text, setup balance control account, setup general ledger parameters. So before using journals, we need to set up journal names. They are the same as templates, and we use this journal name or template for creating for new journal creating. And so I'm going to show in my Microsoft Dynamics here. In the general ledger, under folder setup, under folder journal, you see journal name. We have exercise 3.1, in which we need to set up our journal name. So in which exercise we need to create journal day 3. I have already. In the field name, we need to fill unique code. For system checking, I filled day 3 as my exercise requires. Description, journal type. We have a lot of journal types. Journal type defines in which system place we can select this particular journal. So if we select daily, it means in the general ledger form, general journal, we can select this journal name. Periodic, if I select periodic, I am able to select journal name in this particular journal name in another form, in periodic journal. Invoice register. If I select invoice register, I'm able to select this particular journal name in account payable module. Under in account payable, under journal, invoice, in the invoice register journal. So all types define in which system place I can select my journal name. Okay. Every journal name needs a voucher service. So I have this one. And this voucher status needs to be continuous, needs to have options continue. I can define the format, and it will be easier for checking. I can select as default account type or offset account. And I can define general controls. I can define components, in which component this general name will be used. You have one of exercise with controls, with control defining. So I can define that I'm going to use this particular general name in this component. For balance account, it means for ledger accounts, this type balance, assets or liability. I can define from which account to which account this general name will be used. And I can define account types as well. So it's useful if you're going to use particular general name for specific purpose. If I select option active and I select user group or approving, it means that this particular general name will be active for approving function. And when I select this particular general name, in this case, in the general general form, because my type is Taylor, automatically in the line appears the button for approving purpose. And only user group, which is selected for approving, is able to approve this general. I will leave. So in the dynamic sales, you know that you can create and post a transaction in the two forms, in the general and order. So you can, in the ordered form, usually you assign customer or vendor and item, and in the journal you can assign ledger account, customer, vendor, or bank, or asset or project, but you cannot assign the item. So when you're going to create your transactions, your daily transaction, sales, purchase, you will learn that you need first of all to create number sequence for this order. When are you going to create and post your transactions in the journal? For example, invoice register or fixed asset transactions, or only general ledger transactions. First of all, you need to create a journal name. Okay, so general ledger daily procedures. I go back to my presentation file. subtype, general ledger, daily procedure. Our objectives are create general journal, and post general ledger journal transactions, create journal batch processing, create approval journals, create period journals, retrieve period journals, general ledger transactions reversal, and client report on daily journal transactions. Okay, so you see in this picture the example how financial information goes to the general ledger. First of all, you need to create journals. For example, inventory management and the journal. In the inventory management module, you will see some journals, 4 or 5, for inventory, in which you will use items without customers or vendors. You will need to use the same action to create and to pause as you use with general journal. So first of all, when you are going to use inventory management journal, you need to set up journal name in the inventory management, not in the general ledger. Okay, so first of all, you need to create journal, to use journal name to post, and after that, all financial information goes to the chart of accounts. For example, from the transfer journal in the inventory management, information goes to the receipt ledger account and to the issue ledger account. In the accounts receivable module, you will use payment journal. So when you create and post payment journal, in the chart of accounts, debt and payment ledger accounts will be updated. Okay, next. Create general journal. That's all you need. In the journal form, select journal name and to create header. So you need to set up, you can set up dimensions, description, general information. System for you create number from number sequence, which you define in the journal name. So we have header. Now we are going to create lines. We have lines. In the lines, system for us creates system date, this date. We can change this date. We need to use account number. First of all, we need to select account type. As I said, you can create and post. You can record information from ledger account for vendor, for customer. So account type defines if you're going to post information directly to ledger account or to vendor. So first of all, you need to select account type, and then in the field account number, system updates the list which related with account type. For example, if you select vendor, in the field account number, you will see vendors list. Then you need you need to fill the amount in the debit or credit field. You need to create at least one line and to fill, for example, amounts in the credit field. If you fill the amount in the credit field, system for offset account generates amount in the debit side. So system understands that for offset account, system needs to generate the rest of amount. Okay, for offset account we need to set up account type as well. And now we have types: ledger, customer, vendor, project, fixed assets, bank. Okay, now I am going to show in my Microsoft Dynamics AS. I am going to show my examples of general journals. So I create a new general journal. I select journal name, for example, day 3. System for me generates number. I can change description. Usually we consultants recommend to fill real life description. For example, transactions description or user name, surname, or date, or something else, which will help you recognize your journal, because understand that all users will create a lot of journals in one form, and after some time you will need some help how to find your journal. So in the description form you can fill your description, your real life description. Okay. Under tab setup, you can use your currency, and this currency will be as default in the line. You can use currency, for example, this. System for you generates the last exchange rate. Remember that you need to fill exchange rate every morning in the earliest your job time, because all created and posted transactions are updated in the last exchange rate. So if this exchange rate is 2 days old or 2 years old, system generates for me transaction with this old rate. Sometimes if I need another rate, I can change in this field my exchange rate, and I will have my transaction in another exchange rate. So if I can leave this field empty, and in the line I can select my currency. System usually for me updates main currency. Dimension. I can select my dimension, and this dimension will be as default in all lines. But I have the possibility for lines to select dimensions as well. line. Now, if I select my journal, I see in the field, I see that this journal is marked. It means that somebody uses this journal and another user cannot open this particular journal. In the tab blocking, I see that this journal is used by user admin. And this journal is in use because option in use is active. So system controls which channels are used, and another user in the same time cannot use this channel. And if you want, you can block this channel from another user. In the same tab blocking, you can select option private, and another user cannot open this journal and enter some transactions. Or we can select user group for private. This is for private users, and this is for private user group. Okay, so go on. Date, system for me generates voucher. From the ledger journal parameters, this number do. Account type. In this field, I need to select account type, ledger, customer, vendor. Look, if I select ledger, system for me update. In the field account, chart of account. If I select customer, system for me update on customer account. If I select fixed assets, system for me update all fixed assets. Okay. So now I'm going to select vendor account, transaction text. In this field, you can select transaction text manually, or you can use automatic transaction text. Under button function, you see general text. You can create transaction text. First of all, you need to fill identification. For example, INV, batch name, and system updates transaction text inward. For example, INV inward. I don't need to write manually. This transaction text appears in the ledger account transaction form, and this text is useful for users. For example, if I open chart of account transaction, I see transaction text. In this particular transaction, nobody selects transaction text, so I see this field empty, and it is not helpful for me. In this field, user selects transaction text payment, and this is helpful for me. You can select, you can enter not one word, but 3 or 4. And this information will be helpful for you. Okay, invoice. In the credit side, I fill amount, it means debt or vendor. I select ledger, account type, and ledger account. For receipt. Okay. So, under tab dimension, system for me updates dimension which is related, which is selected in the vendor table. I can select another dimension. I don't need another line because system understands that account type vendor, account vendor. For account system, for vendor system generates in the credit side debt 600, and for ledger account in the debit side, system generates the same, will generate the same amount. Okay. So, if you remember, this journal name has active option, active approving option. That's why in the line I see button approval. So now I am the same user, admin, and belong to the same admin group. So it's a little bit confused, but I can approve myself journal. So I approve, I report this ready. Report is, first of all, user which creates needs to report is ready when I need to approve or reject, I approve. And after approving, button post is X. Post. System generates for me info, the journal is posted. Now, now I have active option posted. My number. And you see, if I close form and open, my journal disappears because by default system shows for me only open journal. And if I want to see my posted, if I want to find, in the field show I need to select posted or all. I select posted. So I see posted. And then you see that why you need logical description, logic description, yes? Okay, if I go to lines, I see my lines. I can review my voucher, my correspondence information, suppliers, voucher. I see voucher number, date, ledger account, amount in the credit side, in the debit side, original amount. I can track directly from journal. I can track my financial information under voucher, under origin, under auditory. Do you remember the same button you saw in the part of account form? Yes, this is the same. You see the helpful text, ledger account, then you see transaction text invoice, posting type vendor balance. Yes. And by the posting type, we understand that our information updated in the ledger account and in the vendor balance. This is ledger account name. Next ledger account. You see the posting type on the general ledger general. It means that amount was updated only in the ledger account. Okay, if we go deeper to vendor account, origin, you see all related modules, ledger, vendor, you see vendor number, I go back, I select my vendor, I use my right mouse click, manually go to the main table form. Now I am in the vendor form, I see my vendor, I can review vendor transactions, I see date, I see my last transaction, and I see the amount in the credit file. So I posted text on my vendor. Okay, so in this way we use our journal. We have very useful option in the dynamic layer as balance control. First of all, in the general ledger module, in the setup we need to set ledger count for the balance control. System for us automatically creates in the balance control form all bank accounts, and in this form we can set up additional ledger accounts for balance control. So first of all, we created new records. We need to create new records and select ledger account for balance control. And after that, in all journals, for example, I create a journal line. And the button requires balance control. System shows all balances of bank accounts by default and ledger account which we selected in the balance control form. System for us shows balance before journal. In the transaction amount, if we use some amount of this related account, after journal, other journal amount, and after other journals. It means that user can control balance in bank account and in ledger account. and user can do the decision to use this particular bank account or ledger account for transaction or not to use. It depends on balance. For example, we have negative balance in bank accounts, so it means that in system we cannot use this bank account because this bank account needs to have balance on the positive. Okay, so journal batch processes. In Microsoft Dynamics AX form, you can use the post multiple journals option to post large processes in a batch. You can use the post multiple journals that have been created in General Ledger, Accounts Receivable, Account Payable, and Project modules. Journals can be posted immediately or set at the top of batch processing. So in the General Ledger, periodic, we have post journal form, button select, we can select all open journals. So this one, comma, this one, and comma, this one. Yeah. And one. Okay, path of all these create in the general journal because and now I am looking for exercise. We have exercise with this function. Okay, exercise 4.6. We need to create new journal. Exercise this one. In the description, we need to enter one. Okay, I'm sorry, criticize about periodic transactions. The batch transaction exercise is 4.4. And in this exercise, we need to select periodic for journal, select button, in the range tab, field, in the field general file, I need to select vendor disbursement, then OK. System updates all journals which are open. If I don't want some of journals to be posted, I can delete. If I want to post all 3 in one time, I need only select OK. I can set up this process as a batch process as well. So users, for example, okay, I'm going to close and to move next. In real life, users can create journals and leave this journal open. For example, for some changes, maybe while during the day these journals need to be changed, and batch process during night, for example, during night, can post all open journals. Okay, so next our object is periodic journal. In the general ledger module and the periodic folder, in the periodic journal form, we can create periodic journal. Periodic journal is a journal entered periodically. For example, during each month end, account is closed, the same entry is made with the same account numbers and current amount. Periodic journal is set up to make this process quicker. Then each month retrieve a journal and post it with the appropriate accounting date. So now I'm going to show the exercise process. In this form, we need to create periodic journal. So we need to select 10. If you remember, first of all, you need to create journal name. This journal type periodic. Yes. Okay, I already have this journal. Let's run. We need to set up the account. I set up account ledger account, transaction type. Then amount in the credit side. Again, offset account type is ledger, and offset account this one. So it means that credit amount in the credit side will be updated for this ledger account, and amount for debit side will be updated in this ledger account. Okay, so I'm going to transfer my periodic transaction with original currency USD. I'm going to transfer every month, so you can select units, days, month, or year. So I'm going to transfer every month, every 1 month. This is unit number. My last date, I will change now. Last date for transferring will be this my month. This is there. And I'm going to transfer transaction with department, code sent, and cost center return. You can set up sales tax for this transaction as well. And transfer with sales tax. Okay, I have my periodic journal. Now I'm going to retry. So periodic journal is valid only for general journals. I need to create a new time. After that, click the button Period Journal, Retry Journal, date, I'm going to transfer my periodic transaction by this date. I need to select my journal and copy. To select Move, it means move all periodic journals and delete it. Okay. So I have after this action, I open my periodic journal. You see the system for me changed last day. In real life, you can use this function for subscription. For example, newspaper expenses or something else. For that subscription in which you don't need items. Okay, I go back to my presentation file. We have some reports and inquiries, so you can use a lot of inquiries and reports in the Microsoft Dynamics CX, and you can use standard reports, auto reports, and another report features. Okay, so next chapter is 5 sales tax setups. Sales tax objectives provide an overview on sales tax, create ledger person groups, create sales tax authorities, create sales tax settlement period, create sales tax code, create sales tax intervals. Next, create sales tax groups, item sales tax groups, sales tax transactions, sales tax exempt data, calculate and code the withholding sales tax, and sales tax reports. Okay, so tax code. The requirements for tax calculation and tax reporting differ greatly for different countries. Therefore, the tax model of a true international centralized resource planning system must be comprehensive. In Microsoft Dynamics 3.4, the tax model offers a variety of options for tax calculation, posting, and reporting. The sales tax system within Microsoft Dynamics 3.4 functions as follows. That for sales tax in the general ledger is specified in the ledger posting groups. The sales tax authorities are specified in the sales tax authority. Then how frequently to settle is specified on the sales tax settlement period. How much to collect or pay is defined as a certain amount or percentage, and is set up under the sales tax code. There is, the tax code. The calculated sales tax in Microsoft Dynamics 3.4 is based on the sales tax code, included in both tax groups attached to the customer, vendor, and the item. So in this picture, you see one of example how tax codes can be attached to the sales tax and item tax, and after that, sales tax groups need to be assigned to the customer vendor, and item tax needs to be assigned to the item. Tax calculation. So, if much the same tax code in the sales tax group and item tax group, system calculate for us tax. Okay, so first of all, we need to set up a ledger posting group. And go to my Microsoft Dynamics here. In the general ledger, module, and the setup folder. You can find sales tax folder. In this folder, first of all, you need to set up a ledger posting group. The ledger posting groups control the automatic posting of sales tax in Microsoft Dynamics 3.4, and the accounts that are used in the general ledger must be created in the chart of accounts before they can be used to set up the ledger posting groups. So now let me show this ledger account setup. If I am going to use this ledger account for sales tax posting and the setup folder, I need to select sales tax in the posting type field. After that, system allows to assign this ledger account to the ledger posting group. So I need to enter a new record, unique code for ledger posting, description, ledger account, settlement account, after ledger posting groups, I need to create sales tax authority. Companies pay and report taxes to authorities. The authorities determine when and where the company pays its taxes. Tax authorities can be countries, states, regions, and cities. So, sales tax authorities we can create in the form sales tax authorities. You can find this form under Setup Sales Tax as well. So, enter new record, unique code, name. If you are going to use automatically function for tax calculation, it's a good idea to select vendor account to sales tax as sales tax authority. In this automatically function, the system moves all difference between payable and between sales and purchase taxes, all difference to a particular selected vendor account. And after that, you will see different amounts in the vendor account transactions. So in this form, you need to create sales tax authority, a real sales tax authority. Okay, our next step is sales tax settlement period. Sales tax settlement period specifies at what interval the company reports and pays taxes. This makes it easier to determine which sales tax transactions are reported to the authorities and which are not. The system automatically marks the settlement period the transaction should be reported in. So, sales tax settlement period you can create in the sales tax settlement period form. You need to enter new record. You need to assign authority. You need to set a period interval, for example, 1 month. In the tax period, okay, system for me authority. And from there, first of all, I need to set up start day and day. If you see, I have period interval and number of units. After that, I can use function new period. System for me create new period. Only notice that you need to create a lot of periods in the future because you can post any vendor or customer transaction with sales tax if you don't have settlement period. Okay, I'm going to read it. And a period could be monthly, quarterly, and yearly. So next our step is sales tax code. The sales tax code is a central part of the setup. It specifies how taxes are calculated, the value that is used for tax calculation. The sales tax value is very important as no tax is calculated without it. A sales tax code includes information about the following: how the tax is calculated. I'm going to show, let me show sales tax code form. So in this form, you need to set up how the tax is calculated, how the tax is posted, reported, when payments are made, and to whom payments are made. So you just need to create new sales tax code with Unicode description. You need to assign settlement period, ledger posting. Settlement period, it means how sales tax will be reported, ledger how sales tax will be posted. Origin, how sales tax will be calculated. Percentage, or you can define values from day to day. For example, for different days, different values. For minimum limit, one value, and then upper limit. You can select limit. So all basic information needs to be set up in the sales tax code form. Next, our step is sales tax groups. You need to assign sales tax groups to vendors and to customers. So you need to enter new record, Unicode description, and the tab setup. I will show another. You need to assign sales tax code and item sales tax group. You will assign item sales tax group to the item, and under item sales tax group tab setup, you need to assign sales tax code as well. And then sales tax group code match the item sales tax group code. System calculates sales tax amount. You can review sales tax before transaction posting. You can review this information in the journal and in the orders as well. So in the journal, for example, journal, I select this journal. Have ledger account. We have sales tax group and item sales tax group. As you know, you can assign sales tax group and item sales tax group to vendor account, to customer account, and to ledger account as well. So in this field, you see sales tax amount, and you can review sales tax amount on the button sales tax as well. On the line to see total sales tax amount, and on the button sales tax you see detailed information. System update to sales tax code, so you see amount origin, you see percent, and you see sales tax. If this sales tax does not match to original document, you can adjust this sales tax. But notice that you can adjust in total, amount in total. So you only need, in this field, adjusted amount in total to fill all correct amounts, for example, 65, and then click button Apply. And we tap Overview. See the system for us adjusted. So after adjustment, system in a transaction updates new sales tax amount. Okay, let me show you the purchase order sales tax, account payable, purchase order. Amazon. And the button setup, sales tax. You can see the same form as in the general, amount origin, and sales tax amount. You can adjust as well. So you need only to fill adjusted amount in total, not different, but all amounts, and to click button Apply. Under Inquiries, in the menu total, you can see sales tax in the field sales tax as well, and in the order line. Under button setup, sales tax, you can see all sales tax which are related to this particular line. Okay, go back to my presentation file. Settlement setup, tax of 40% tax period, sales tax report. So we have different plans from country to country, and we can use all features in the report, all standard reports, all auto reports. You can use sorting and range as well. Okay, so go to the tab visit, Bank Management Setup. Object is asked, set up bank transaction type, transaction groups, bank parameters, create a bank account, define a check laid out. Okay, we have bank transaction type. You can use transaction types to set up the types of transactions you made in company bank accounts, such as deposit slips, fees, and interest charge. If a bank reports transaction on its account statements, companies can use summation of the transaction types for summary reconciliation. And transaction types can be simple, just checks, deposits, electronic transfers, or fees. After that, we can assign types to transaction groups. And you can use bank transaction groups to set up groups of different bank transaction types. In the bank statement reconciliation, calculate totals for each bank transaction group and for each bank transaction type. You see bank groups. And we can use bank groups when several bank accounts share the same address information. When setting up a new bank account and entering the bank group, Microsoft Dynamics CX4 copies the bank group information to the account. So let me show bank transaction type and groups in my Dynamics CX. I select module bank, setup. And the setup folder, you see bank transaction type, group. So we need just enter a new record. If you are going to use bank transaction type from fees or interest charge, let's see in this example. It's a good idea to set up a ledger account, and in the reconciliation process, system updates this type and put fees and interest charge directly to this ledger account. Bank transaction groups and the tab type, we assign all transaction types which are related to particular bank transaction group. Bank group. So we can create bank groups with the same license number, address information, or currency. And when we create bank accounts and select bank group, system updates bank group information for bank accounts. We have payment purpose code. So we can use this payment purpose code form to create payment purpose code for the central bank if it is required. The central bank is the official bank of a country or region. Okay, so now let me show how to create bank accounts. In this form, you can enter and maintain all information for the company's bank account and you can use the button on the form to view the details for each bank account, such as transactions, current balance, and the checks that have been created. So I will notice that in this form, you can create bank accounts for your real company, not for vendors or customers. For vendors and customers, you will create bank accounts in different system places. So in this form, you need to create real bank accounts. So usually if in real life you have one bank account, you can create similar bank accounts in this form. And you can select the option on the setup tab, more currencies. And you can post transactions with different currencies in this bank account as well. But if it's either for accounting purpose to have bank transactions listed by currencies, you can create different bank account records for every currency. So in this symbol, I have one bank account. In this example, I have one bank account and one currency. And if I go to track my bank account listed by currency. I don't use more currencies option. So system doesn't allow for users to create and to pause transactions different than default bank account currency. Okay, so bank account and the new record, bank group, then for me update routing number. In bank account number, I need to fill really bank account number, and this account number will appear in payment document. I need to find ledger account, currency. Okay. I already have. Okay, next my step is check layout status. I select my bank USD bank. Under button setup, I can define my check layout. You see check number method, fixed or free. Fixed use fixed method when the printed checks exist. Before using checks for payment, they must be created by clicking the Create Checks button in the bank account window. And use free method when the printed checks do not exist. So now I'm going to use this because I have the printed checks. Check form, I'm going to use US check format. I need to set up paper length and check start position. So I select the paper length, and my length unit is inch. My preset, I will use length. Under setup tab, you can set up which options you want to see in the check document. So, if you have some additional codes, you can set up in this tab later. I can assign your signature picture using button signature, and you can set up how you can set up limits for first signature and second. Okay, you can assign component logo and print text. This is my check. Okay, now I go back to my presentation file. In the bank module parameters, we can set up number sequence. So this is bank account as you see. Okay, now chapter 11. Where is our chapter? Bank management daily procedures. So our objectives are create checks, delay checks, create a bank deposit entry, void checks, create a check refund that prints out a check, use bank remittances, reconcile bank statement, bank management reports, and inquiries. So this is about bank reconciliation, but before that, Let me show in my Microsoft Dynamics view. Check page, RTP. We have the exercise 11.1, create and delete checks. I have already done this exercise for you, and I need to select my bank here as the bank. If I want to create, on the button check, click button check, then button create check. For me, generate the last new check number. I can change or can leave, and you need to select how much quantities you want to create. And notice that 3, it means the size is 1060. Okay. So 1016, 1017, and 1018. Delete check. Click button delete check. And you need to write from which number to which number you are going to delete. Then word delete. You want to be able to delete, and okay. So system, do it. Deposit slip. A deposit slip is a document that is used to deposit checks, credit card notes, and cash into a bank account. Use the deposit slip form to view and manage deposit slips for payments into bank accounts. So deposit slips you can create and post directly in the general ledger journal or account payable or account receivable module in the payment journal. So I have exercise 11.2 in which I need to create the deposit slip. So exercise requires to select account receivable module, journal, payment, journal. I have already posted this journal. My journal is this. In the line, I need to create a line for payment and use option use a deposit slip. This option. I use this option and after that close the journal, create the journal. And in the bank module, deposit slip, system updates all deposits, all used deposit slips in this form. So in this form, I see all deposit slips and I can see split by bank account in the bank account form. Bank. And private deposit slip. So which way is easier for you to see it to review in the bank account form or to review all deposit slips in deposit slip form? In this form, I can cancel, I can review voucher, transactions, invoices. So if I want cancel, I select cancellation date and reason for cancellation. So in Dynamic Save, I can void unposted checks. After printer or trying to print checks may not be possible to use them. Unused checks sometimes must be voided, for example, when they are damaged in printing or have them afterwards. So first of all, you need to change payment status from sent to rejected, and after that you need to open bank account under button check to find status voided. This status is updated after payment status in payment journal line rejected. And in this way, you can void your checks, refund checks. Under certain circumstances, companies must generate payment refunds to their customers or process refunds received from their vendors. This usually occurs when credit notes, overpayments, and bonuses are involved in a third-party transaction. So, you can, in Dynamic Save, you can refund your checks as well. Bank remittance. You can use bank remittance to settle a customer account before an invoice due date with a remittance to a bank account. So let me show bank remittance in the account receivable. Now I'm looking for exercise, and we have the exercise. Nothing else happened, and we have the reconciliation. Okay, so let me show in the account receivable journal, in the payment management. We have a remittance. We need to print a new record. Just you can click button U or use your keyboard Ctrl M. Then in the method of payment you need to use, for example, this one method, bank account, this one. General. In the payment step identification, you need to select the steps associated with the payment. For example, so we have remittance. And after that, user needs to cancel. So in Dynamic Save, you can cancel as well. Okay, now talk about reconciliation. Bank model, bank account. Let me show exercise 11.5. Now I'm going to reconcile my bank account as the bank. So I need to select bank records. That's the bank. And under button functions, I need to select account reconciliation. I have already reconciled account for you. So you need simple to create new records. You need to fill date, bank statement, real date, and then statement number, then ending balance in your bank statement, in your real bank statement. After that, you need to go to the transaction. Now I'll open up my file, and you need to mark in field cleared all transactions which are already posted in your system. And if you have some differences, maybe you missed some transactions, or maybe this is a feed. So you need to create a new record for feed. In unreconciled field, the system for you shows unreconciled amount. Then this amount will be 0. This amount should be 0. And when this amount is 0, the button reconcile account is active, and you can click this button, and system posts the reconciliation. You can review reconciliation information under bank account functions, account reconciliation, under transaction button, and we show under print reconciliation summary, bank reconciliation. For example, location, checking date, clock 13. I want to see a reconciliation summary, clearing transaction details, and clearing transaction. Okay. I have reconciliation record. Okay, I go back to my presentation file. The bank reconciliation. So bank reconciliation is you need to compare real bank statements and bank account transactions in your system. Okay, so bank management reports and inquiries, you can use standard features as sorting and range, and auto reports, standard reports as well. Okay, so summary. We just finished day 1, and you learned general ledger setup, chart of account setup, general setup, general ledger daily procedures, sales tax setup, bank management setup, and bank management daily procedures. So next time you will learn account payable setup, account payable daily procedures, account receivable setup, account receivable daily procedures, financial statements, and budgeting. Budgeting, it will be part of financial soon. I suppose that you will do all exercises which are related. I will show again. Which are related with chapters which you learned on this session. You will find a lot of really interesting exercises in the chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 11. And after you need to do this exercise because you will find a lot of interesting features. and actually you will find a lot of answers to your finance test. A lot of answers are in this exercise and in the manual. Okay, so next time. So again, things you need to know. Exercise, please do exercise. Self-study. I will read questions before Friday, and my email. You see my email. And next time, I'm going to ask your questions about half an hour. I'm going to show some of exercise. I suppose that you will write me to email which exercise was the most difficult, and I will show the most difficult exercise, because understand that we have not so much time to go across all exercise. I can show only the most difficult. Okay, and my last picture. So thank you for attention, and I wait your questions. And I suppose you see you next Tuesday.
Thank you very much, Adron. As Adron mentioned, please email her with any questions you may have related to this live meeting. You will also be receiving a recording of this session, so you are able to refer back to that while you are going through your self-study and your exercises. Ladies and gentlemen, though, that does conclude today's live meeting. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow.